So let's talk about ANOVA. So for regression, this is not exactly ANOVA, but it was similar to some ANOVA idea we talked in the another lecture about ANOVA. In standard ANOVA, is talk about a continuous variable and a categorical variable. Right? We talk about how the different grouping of the data actually have meaning. Right? This grouping has some effect. Here we talk about two continuous variable, say x and y, and see how whether x is going to affect y. Okay, change in y at all. Okay, so the idea is saying the following: we will try to explain the variation y by its own mean, so y bar. So this is something we want to explain. This sum of square total, and sum of square regression is actually the regression. Okay, and it's different from the bar because in addition to the y bar, this is something we want to explain. Okay, and this is something unexplained, right? Is y itself and y bar is something we are not explained. It's SSE. And first thing we want to show actually is a decomposition formula here. SST is the sum of SSR and SSE. So that is the idea, and we're trying to prove this in a technical slides. So SST, right, will be written as yi minus y bar, and we can add and subtract yi hat here. Okay, and then we will use the standard formula a plus b square equal to a square plus b square equal plus 2ab, right? So this a square b square 2ab. Okay, and this part is SSR and this part is SSE, and 2 times this part. Okay, we want to show this is 0. Okay, so this is will be shown in the next slide. This is 0. How we do that? Let's recall the FOCs for the least square. Okay, and least square in FOC said this is 0 and this is also 0, right? And that means, okay, if we take this statement, right, this is the y hat, right? Y hat is alpha hat plus beta hat xi, okay, and we take a hat and y out, okay, because this hat is unrelated to the I because it's summation, right? And y bar can be taken out, and this y I minus y hat summation of them will be 0, right? Because y hat the mean bar is an unbiased estimator. This is also the mean is the y bar, so this is 0. And for this part, right, this is exactly this guy, right, the second, so that's why it's 0. Okay, so we have proved this decomposition equations. Now since it's up to 1, right, so that's why we have a nice formula for R square, which is something very important, is SSR over SST, right, is equal to 1 minus SSE over SST, because this comes from this equation. And we can even show that R square is related to correlation coefficient, okay, x and y, square of it, R square is pick R square. That's why we pick R square, because in the simple linear regression they are related in this way. Okay, this small r square is equal to this big R square. Okay, thank you.